Welcome. So Hive Scum released yesterday and it's been great fun, possibly my favorite class, at least in random Auric games. I spent time doing all the achievements to unlock all the cosmetics I wanted, and as you can see I haven't finished everything, but these are just auto-completes. So here is a guide for builds to finish everything and what you need to focus on that actually needs some manual doing. So first of all, you can skip all these are just meta achievements to track your progress. Starting off, use your ammo aura until done, use your melee aura, ideally with your melee build until done. Use the crit aura until done. Use the blinder grenade, that's the left one, until done. I have a build for this, using it in the melee build combines with the 3 chem dots on hit talent, can't remember the name. Use the boom bringer, also auto-complete basically, shoot it on big chunks of specialists, elites. Chem grenade, very easy to finish, auto-complete basically. Chem dot will finish instantly. Same here, autocomplete, Desperado, active, kill stuff. Dodge when Desperado is active will also autocomplete, assuming you dodge. Rampage, deal damage, autocomplete, autocomplete. Here is the first one that you can speed up quite a bit. Deploy the Stimm supply 45 times, that's quite a lot of times. And buff allies. 2,400 seconds. So here is a build I'll go through later. I'll just show quickly that if you have the Stimm supply, it is actually sped up if your Stimm comes off cooldown faster. So use your Stimm, throw the Stimm supply, and if you have this talent, it will instead use your Stimm cooldown. If you then use a Stimm with just 1 point, the Stimm has a cooldown of 15 seconds. So you can speed this up by a whole lot if you do it this way. That's not very good, but this also for the Stimm itself. However, with this talent, it also turns it into a bomb. So if you're quite pushing forward with melee, and you can place this quite often then, if you do it the proper way I described, you also get a strong bomb, and this basically kills everything in the area it explodes, and this makes it explode faster, 5 seconds, and you still have the effect. And the effect will again do nothing, almost, but still. So yeah, moving on. The Stimms, buff your allies, try to throw it on people where they are fighting, you know, whatever. Autocomplete for the bottom left keystone. Also autocomplete bottom middle keystone. And here you have the one where you can really screw up, and you can do this really fast if you do it properly. So chemical dependency for 1,000 seconds and 2,000 seconds. This is the talent down here. So when you use your Stimm, you get a stack of dependency for 90 seconds. So if you just uncritically spec all these things and max out your Stimm, this will never progress, because this lasts for 60 seconds and a fully juiced Stimm will have a longer cooldown than 60 seconds. So you have to, if you want to use your normal Stimm with a full cooldown on CD, then don't spec maxed out chems, and then it's fine. But you still need to spam it as soon as it comes off cooldown. You want to make this easy for yourself. Once again, go in and build Stimm with a shorter cooldown. It doesn't have to be this short. I just did this to show earlier. But maybe just take 1 tree, and then you will have a nice short cooldown. You can easily stack it up and max stack. Just remember, as soon as you enter a map, pop your Stimm. As soon as it's off cooldown, pop it again and again and again, and keep it up all game. And then you can get this done in a couple of games. Like it's not 2,000 seconds is not a lot, but you just have to do it. And again, don't max your Stimm and maxed out chems, because it will not progress at all. And the next ones are the ones to buff yourself with your Stimm. Many of these are gain attack speed, gain power, do weak spot hits, this will auto-complete as well. Gain strength, I will show this in the tree how to fix it. And you see kill with heavy attacks. I haven't done many of these because I didn't know at first that you should pop your Stimm and then do a lot of heavy attacks. I played with daggers, and the daggers tend to kill with dots, with bleeds, with light attacks, push attacks. So yeah, I have to focus this one a bit harder, but it's technically really easy and fast. And this one was the slowest if you don't focus it. Gain replenish percent toughness. And this is just apply chem toxin stacks. You'll do this instantly pretty much when you start using it. Like use your Stimm, throw a grenade. So let me last of all then show you how to set this up to efficiently get all of this done. Because this only grants regeneration, you have to spec all the way to regain. All the others, they give the attack speed and the strength and the cooldown straight away. So you can just take like stagger a few points in each, and it will be perfectly fine. Like this, for example. And just make sure that you have regain and put token points in the others. Because then this will finish quite quickly, and the others, again, they don't give any more attack speed on or power or so on the top levels. This one gives more, but it will complete anyway. So make sure to spec regain fully and spread the points in the rest. Moving on to the builds, and these have been a lot of fun to play and make. And this has probably been my overall favorite with the Desperado and Vulture mark, but I have a hunch that in the end it might be best to run Desperado and Chem Dependency for keeping full crit up. But let's start with this one. Overall, it just has the nice weapon swap, minus spread, melee stuff, toughness, damage reduction, any grenade you want, whatever you need for your penance or your playstyle, you can pick and choose here. Probably wouldn't play Blackout Grenade without the talent that gives it 3 stacks Pocket Toxin, but you can if you want, or need it for the penance. But one of these two are probably best. Range damage, dodges, more dodge stuff, any aura you want or need. Crit is probably best. Ammo aura for sure as well, especially when leveling, because you will not have the stuff down here that gives you endless ammo. But anything you need for your penance, you can just pick and choose. Here. Desperado, self-explanatory. When you use it, you can just shoot and shoot. You become immune to ranged attacks. So as soon as it's up, push ahead of the group. Make sure you help tank all the ranged. Kill them. Make sure you go first. Draw aggro. Reload, shoot, kill, move forward. And when it runs out, you can just go back to playing normally again. But as soon as this is up, you become like an immortal range tank, and you can just push through and kill all the ranged and tank it for the group and so on. Make sure to never spec this talent, because it gives you minus threat. Unless you are in like a fixed group being boosted or something, and you want less threat, it's absurdly bad. Here, bunch of damage and toughness replenishment stuff. Some of these are optional. This is very nice, especially on the dagger, to get free cleave 50%. If you want to steal a point, you can steal this point, which is nice though. And this, if you use a more precise weapon and you don't need the less spread. And then here we have I use full stamina trinkets on all the builds, and even on the dagger I think this comes out to like 26% attack speed. Weak spot damage, clip. This refills your ammo endlessly when you're out and kill stuff. which along with the Desperado allows you to just shoot and shoot and shoot pretty much forever, even when you have no ammo. Just make sure you don't run out of your last mag, because this does not magically grant you ammo. It just allows you to reload for free. But if you have 5 ammo, it will reload 5 ammo, so then you're out of luck until you kill something. And this gives movement speed, range crit, all the good stuff, and I skipped this because these are a bit redundant. This knocks down enemies when you kill a specialist, and this makes you immune. So having both of them might be a bit overkill, at least in normal games. Might want both in Havoc, for example, but you can again take a point from here and put it here if you prefer. Might be better. So this is, you're so strong in the ability anyway that I felt it was better to have a bit of power outside of the ability when meleeing and so on. But up to you. So really like this build, and for loadout again, full stamina trinkets, and haven't perfectly tuned if you need 1 or 2 stamina regeneration rolls, but I have 2 for now. Full combat ability, toughness, and 1 corruption resistance is quite efficient, but you can skip that and just have health there as well. So dagger, dump mobility, crit weak spot, uncanny strike, flesh terror. With high crit, this allows you to proc full bleed stacks on a few swipes and strip all the armor, kill crushers, cleave everything with the talents from the tree. You can use absolutely any weapon you want. I like the auto pistols for now. Powder burn, blaze away. The reload speed might be off, but it's so slow that I felt it could be good when you constantly reload in your ability and get free ammo and so on. But yeah, really like the spec. One of the most fun ever in this game. And this will complete, of course, all the achievements you need for Desperado and Vulture's Mark. Here is a chem build for completing all the toxin stuff. The Stimm supply, as I showed before, you can here put 1 point and it will have 15-second cooldown instead of the full. So that's what I would do. And here you have pretty much the same things. Any grenade you want, but yeah, you should really use the chem grenade with this build. But if you need to fill out the penance, you can. Same stuff, the dodge, damage, any aura that fits you. Should use the crit aura because you have synergy with crits. Make sure to pop your Stimm, then throw down the crate, do this over and over, and you will finish this quickly. This actually deals strong damage and could be useful, like a trick in Havoc, to be able to throw down this crate every, I don't know what it is, 25 seconds or something. And I don't really like it, but it might be good. It feels like the most boring of the specs you can make, but it's still fun. So the most efficient is to push into things, follow people around in melee, throw this on them, and you will get the penance done, you will AoE everything, and so on. And again, make sure to use your Stimm as soon as you enter the map. This will do the penance for chemical dependency. And don't spec maxed out chems, it will make it slower to max out. That is for making a end game build pretty much with it, not random games or achievements. Same here. Attack speed based on stamina, and the damage reduction is also based on available stamina, so you will pretty much always have it maxed, I assume. It's a bit ambivalent how the melee damage works. Maybe it will not proc with more stamina or not. I haven't tested it, to be honest. So, but it's definitely the best for damage reduction part to have stamina trinkets, and for the melee part it could be either way. But yeah, this works really well, and least favorite build, but yeah, you need the penances. So and then this was also really, really fun. Full melee build, and here I've instead gone through the melee stuff, only the melee hits, dodges. Here I used the blackout grenade, again, combined with pocket toxin, which makes it apply 3 stacks. So you actually dot stuff when you rush in and interrupt. So the typical playstyle would be rush in with your ranged weapon, suppress, shoot as much as you can. As soon as your mag is empty, you should be in the back line of the gunners. Just start killing them. Throw a grenade left, throw a grenade right. Everything is staggered. You start killing them. You will easily, in Rampage, just stagger, kill everything. And yeah, very, very aggressive playstyle to make this efficient. Quite fun. Should absolutely use the ruffian aura here, of course. And again, you can pick anything you need to finish your achievements. Picked everything except channeled aggression, since I don't use much heavy attacks, but you can if you want, but it's up to you. Kinda need some points to be able to reach all the 3 trees here, because you want the weak spot damage and the attack speed, of course, and you definitely want the chems from crit. The toxin will always be up pretty much. So you will have either from the grenade or your dagger crits or some other source, so it will always be up. And as mentioned, 3 stacks on the grenade. The melee cleave, the extra melee cleave, so you literally have 100%, which makes the dagger actually cleave stuff down, especially when Rampage is down. It just wrecks hordes. And here, in order to reach all these, I had to sacrifice some stuff, so I only took duration of Adrenaline Frenzy and weak spot hits. So you will quickly stack up Adrenaline Frenzy, which will last a long time. But yeah, you don't get the toughness and the longer duration. So just keep being very active when you melee. And those 3 builds will be very strong and will easily and efficiently net you all the penances and get all the snazzy cosmetics and bling bling. And then last of all, a build I haven't tried that much yet that might be some of the strongest you can make. And this is pretty much the Desperado build from earlier, with pretty much the same things. Couldn't fit all the ammo stuff here, so if you do, then this simply doesn't work, because you will have to give up too much for it. But if you can get away with running this, and don't have to have pickpocket, then you get the Desperado, you get all the nice stuff here, damage reductions, toughness stuff, and the attack speed and weak spot damage, as well as the extra blitz that your crits do toxin for bosses and so on, the extra damage from chems, which will have very good uptime, and when you use your Stimm and keep this up, you will get 15% crit and 30% cooldown reduction at all times as soon as you stack up your Stimm. You can just craft a Stimm that is not too long cooldown, but long enough that you still have a strong Stimm with efficient stats that you want. You can make this as short as you want if you want to be able to stack the Stimm up in, you know, half a minute. You can just pick a few points, or and get your stats up instantly, because you would need to redo this if you die. And yeah, but if you do, this only grants ranged crit, while this will grant you melee and ranged crit. So as a hybrid, this has great potential, especially in game modes where you might not be able to shoot all the time, like Havoc. But overall, I think this is still probably better in just random normal games. So yeah, I'm going back in to save Tertium from the arbitrators and other scum. So good luck, and hope this video helped you reach your achievements.